Hey everyone, welcome back to Cracking the GRE Math Subject Test. This is Calculus 1. We're on question number 41. So this question is testing your knowledge of series and convergence of series, see if you know which series converge and which don't. So we have to figure out which of these three series converge. So let's check the first one. So if we look at this series, we'll notice that the numerator, cosine to the fourth of arctangent of n. Well, cosine of anything is bounded between -1 and 1. And so cosine to the fourth is going to be bounded between 0 and 1. And this denominator, n times the fourth root of n, we can write that as n to the 5/4 power. Well, this series, 1 over n to the 5/4 power, it's called a p series. That's like 1 over n to the p. And we know that this series converges whenever p is greater than 1. So this series is going to converge. And then by the comparison test, since our series is always going to be less than or equal to 1 over n to the 5/4, this cosine to the fourth power, cosine to the fourth of arctangent, of n over n to the 5/4. Okay, so by the comparison test, this is always going to converge. So we can say that 1 converges. Let's move on to 2. 2, we're going to use the integral test. Remember that if we take this thing inside the sum and take the integral from 2 to infinity and it converges, that means that the sum also converges. And if it diverges, then the sum also diverges. So let's figure out what this integral is. If we take the integral of 1 over, let's call it x log x, from 2 to infinity, well, we can integrate this with a substitution of u equals log x, which will give us du equals 1 over x dx. So if we plug that in, there's a dx here. So dx is equal to x du. So we're going to get the integral from not 2, but rather log 2, right? Because u is equal to log of x. So we're going to have the integral from log 2 up to the log of infinity, which is just infinity. And then dx is going to be x du. And x log x is going to be x u, and then the x's cancel out. So the integral of du over u, that's going to be natural log of u. And we're integrating from log 2 to infinity. Well, we can see that this is going to diverge because the log of infinity is infinity. So this does not converge. Finally, let's go to the third integral. Here, we can check this numerator is going to be n cubed if we expand it plus some other terms. And the denominator is going to have an n times n times n times 5, so 5n cubed. So if we take the limit as n goes to infinity, this is going to be 1/5. And since the limit does not go to 0, then that means that this series diverges. So that's not going to converge. So our answer is A, 1 only.